Hello everyone, I am Bee Bunny. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing a Sims 4 speed build. This is actually a house I'm building for a Let's Play I'm doing, my Trailer Park Challenge Let's Play, and if you are all caught up on it, you will probably guess who this is for and what the situation is, but just in case you aren't, I'll keep it a little vague because it's kind of spoiler-esque. This house I built for a single mom. She has a toddler, she has a little dog, and we're in Strangerville. She lives in Strangerville now, so she's going to stay living in Strangerville, and I wanted this to be the house, like the cheapest house on the block kind of thing. Like, I don't know, at least here in the States, I grew up in the suburbs, and when I was a teenager, I used to drive around all these different subdivisions with these huge houses just to look at the houses. I've always been kind of obsessed with real estate, to be honest. I've always loved looking at houses, and I used to drive around these neighborhoods, these subdivisions that were filled with gigantic houses, like mansions, and they were kind of all stuffed together, but they were huge houses, and there was always like one or two little houses in there where you could tell you were spending the money to live in that neighborhood, but you weren't getting the big house. But the houses were probably priced for the neighborhood, you know, location, all of that. And I kind of see this house as that house for that upper part of Strangerville, because I kind of see the cliffs of Strangerville as kind of being the upper crust. If there is an upper crust of Strangerville, that's where they're going to live. But this house is definitely smaller than all the other ones on the block. I built it on the one lot that is already blank when you get the game, so I didn't bulldoze anything. It is a blank lot that I built this on, and I did have an inspiration picture just to get an idea. I do tend to build more interesting houses, I have found, when I find some kind of pictures, you know, either a house or several to use as inspiration. If it's just up to my own mind, there's too many possibilities and I can't narrow it down, and it just turns into a hot mess. So so I found this picture online, and I kind of modeled the house after it, at least the outside. And for the landscaping, I wanted it to be like somebody had been taking care of the lawn, like they had been mowing the lawn, or whoever, you know, had this house on the market before, like had paid somebody to mow the lawn or been mowing the lawn themselves, but that the bushes and such were a little out of control. And the mom that I'm going to have living here is not a gardener. She doesn't keep up with the house. I mean, she's got a toddler, she's a single mom, she's a working mom, and she's got a little dog. She doesn't really have time to trim the bushes, so I used a lot of those kind of overgrown bushes and several wildflowers. I might have gone a little crazy on the wildflowers, especially towards the end when they end up surrounding the whole house, but I just figure that she just doesn't have time to really maintain. And I also kind of put the grassy bushes behind the overgrown bushes to kind of simulate weeds a little bit that have grown up kind of behind the bush line, because I don't know, in my house I have a line of bushes, and if I do not keep on it behind the bushes, all these weeds grow up and such, and it's really a pain. It's really a pain to maintain. I do like putting my garbage can in like a fenced area out front where I can either like hide it if I do a half wall, or I can like lock the gate so that nobody can come over and knock over my trash can. And funny thing is, even if you lock the gate for everybody but household members, and so the mail person actually can't get to the mailbox, they'll still deliver your mail. They just say, I couldn't reach it, I just threw it back there. It'll still be there, so you don't have to worry about the mail carrier actually getting access to the box. So you can lock that gate for everybody but your household members, and then angry Sims that come to visit and feel like knocking over your trash, they can't get to it. It's fabulous. So here we are. I'm starting on the inside, and the idea I had for this house is more I wanted a very eclectic vibe, honestly. I wanted it to be kind of like maybe it had been renovated a couple of times and maybe different places had been renovated. Like one time, one family that was living there renovated a bathroom. One time, somebody renovated the kitchen. Some of the fixtures are original, you know, they're from the original house, and I wanted it to be sort of just unique like that. Like things don't necessarily match up all that well. They kind of go together, but it's a little bit eclectic. And especially for the sim that is living here, the mom, she doesn't have a whole lot of money. And I will keep close to my chest how she ends up living in this house, because that's going to be part of the story. So because clearly this is not really a cheap house. Once I ended up finishing it off, it's not a cheap house, but she herself does not have a ton of money to furnish things, so I wanted it to be like some things maybe she got thrifting, and like I do use some of the knitting stuff from Debug. That she's not a knitter herself. The mom is not going to be a knitter herself, at least I don't think. But I imagine, you know, maybe she bought some things off of Plopsy, or maybe she was gifted a few things from family and friends. And like, I love those hanging plants. I had to use them, right? I had to use them. But everything is a little bit mismatched because she got all of her furniture from kind of different sources. Some of them are gifts. Some of the furniture maybe came with the house. You know, the kitchen, I imagine, you know, came with the house built in, and maybe a couple of the bathrooms were done over. But like her, you know, her furniture, her living room furniture, for instance, you know, some of it could be found in thrift stores or at the flea market. Some of it's gifts. And that sort of thing. So I definitely wanted to have kind of a mishmash of styles a little bit. I hope it doesn't get too... I'm trying to think of the word I want to use here. I hope it's not like too crazy, to where it's just like, you know how some things are so overcluttered sometimes and you're just like, oh god, this is kind of stressful because it's like too much stuff in the house or too many things don't match and it's kind of like jarring. I definitely didn't want it to be like that. I wanted it to kind of, but just have that feel of, an interior designer did not design this house. Because, you know, sometimes you're building these houses on The Sims, and maybe not necessarily me, because I don't know if I can pull this off as well as some other people, but you'll be looking at builds and you're like, wow, like an interior designer designed this house. Like everything matches perfectly, everything goes together so well, the color scheme, and it's so relaxing and it's beautiful. And I mean, I love those builds. I love living in those builds. I love watching them on YouTube, watching them being built and all of that good stuff. But for this, because it's for a Let's Play, and, you know, for a specific character, you know, it's not going to have that feel. It's not going to be all pulled together. It's going to be a little wacky, so to speak. I did have, you know, kind of struggled with the lounge living portion of the house, because I ended up with a much bigger space than I expected to end up with, and I do kind of break it up in a little bit. And I really wanted to use that sofa from, I think it's Movie Stuff Pack, and because it's just so kind of a little crazy, and I did want to use kind of like the bright colors and have things be really, really kind of bright and happy in here. But I ended up, putting that sofa outside, and I do use it outside because I think it's wicker. I think it'll be all right out there. I think it'll be fine. And originally, I can't believe I didn't put a rocking chair in, but I do put a rocking chair in. So funny thing, I started playing with Nifty Knitting, of course, yesterday. I think it came out yesterday as of this recording. I don't know when this is going to go live on my channel, but but yesterday Nifty Knitting came out and I played with it, and I just, you know, I just put a couple Sims in I think an apartment in Evergreen Harbor, and made one of them a knitter, and just because I just wanted to play with the knitting and see how it worked. And oh my gosh, every Sim loves the rocking chair. Like, even if they're not a knitter, like, that is the chair they go to sit all the time. And then my knitter woman, she loved knitting so much that she'd be starving, and I tell her, go make yourself something, make yourself some eggs, you know. She would start in on breakfast and then like just get it onto the stove and then walk away. And she's like, no, I gotta sit in my rocking chair. I gotta knit. So I think that rocking chair has a very high attractive value in this house. Like, everybody wants to sit on that rocking chair. So just beware, if you put a rocking chair in your builds, that is going to be the popular place to be. So here I am breaking up the living area a little bit because I wanted to have like kind of an office area for the mom. I'm not sure exactly how she's going to be making money at this point, but I imagine like it'll be something from home, maybe freelancing or something like that, or she will be trying to make some extra money using the computer. And I wanted like a place for the kid to hang out too, so she could keep an eye on him, while she was on the computer. And I was going to have it just kind of out in the open, but I just didn't like the way it looked with the door being right there and you walk in on, a kid's painting table, so I ended up making this little nook. So it's kind of like this little nook outside both of their bedrooms, where the kid can play a little bit. And of course he's got toys and stuff in his bedroom too, but he can come out in that area and sit with her and play. He's got his little tablet, of course, and when he grows up to be a child, he'll be able to use the art station there. And so I wanted like a place where the kid could be with her while she was doing whatever she was doing on her computer. But I definitely wanted his room to be kind of bright. And as you see, we have like a lot of dog themed stuff because they have a dog. I figured they'd be really upset. I mean, she loves her dog, so I figured there'd be a lot of dog themes out there, dog, themed decorations and things of that nature. But what's so funny is when I was building this, I like totally forgot to put the actual dog stuff in the house until I was like all done recording and I was going to do the tour. And I was like, wait, where's the dog bed? Where's the dog bowl? What did I do? So you won't see that like actually being placed in the video, but it will be there for the tour. There's a few things like that and this always happens to me if I am building while I'm recording, there's always something that I forget. Oftentimes several somethings, like the bins, or like I will forget to put the mailbox out there, or especially forget the kitchen bin. All the time forget the kitchen bin and have to add it either after, and hopefully I catch it like before I do the screenshots or the tour at the end so you can see it is there. But I definitely add that stuff in before it goes up on the gallery. But it's just like, I just can't believe I was like, oh, let's put all the dog themed stuff up on the walls in the kids room, and I just like totally forgot to put the actual dog items that the dog actually needs in the house. So this is our guest bathroom that I'm doing, the front bathroom. And this is the kind of bathroom that I figure somebody remade, that, because it looks nice and fresh. It's not old, but it's still kind of in a very classic style. And I figured that one of the previous owners of this house remodeled this bathroom, and then maybe they had more of a classic vibe to them. Classic vibe, I don't know, that's the word I'm looking for. But they had a more traditional sense of decor maybe, and and then like this bathroom that is the ensuite bathroom, and obviously where she's going to bathe her toddler as well. This I did make more in her style. So I am figuring that either the next tenant, the next owner of the house before her, maybe she had a lot in common with stylistically wise, or she was able to spruce it up a little bit. And honestly, I think, okay, so I put this really busy tile. I do really like this tile. I think it came with Get Together, but it's just way too busy for me in this room. So I actually end up replacing it with something that looks a little bit more vintage. So actually I think it could be that the tile is original, or maybe it was never upgraded. Maybe it was never remodeled, and this is kind of like an original bathroom, but that she like came in and redid the shower and put a new shower curtain up, and she, you know, she got her laundry in there to match and everything like that, and got a new sink basin. So maybe she's kind of in the process of remodeling that bathroom. Like, it's half remodeled, but she hasn't like retiled it or anything like that, because I think that tile could be like from the very when this house was first built. I definitely wanted it to have that Strangerville vibe, you know, but be, you know, renovated here and there. So it's just kind of this total mishmash of different styles and things. And like I said, kind of bright colors. I kind of stuck to, you know, some pastels, and then that kind of red and blue theme, which I really like the way that the red and blue go together, because they seem, I don't know, I mean, they're very complementary, but it's almost a little the contrast. I just really like the contrast between the two, but they do complement each other. But I like it how it's very, very red, and then the soft blue. Anyway, I do like that. For a while I have this really, really big window in the main living room in my house, and for a while I had red and blue curtains kind of back and forth on that window, and I always really, really liked how they went together. So I think here we're just doing the master, and see, like, I did use a lot of fabricated things from Eco Lifestyle in the master bedroom, in her bedroom, because I thought that could be something that she could have picked up thrifting. And like this huge dresser from the movie stuff pack, again, it looks kind of like it's an old dresser but repainted, so maybe she even repainted it and you know, kind of found it, you know, thrifting, and she spruced it up. I love every single thing made with that Grim dye. Every single fabricated thing made with that Grim dye is just beautiful. I love it. I can't help but use it whenever possible. And you know, I'm just putting some candles and things like that out here just to have it. It's a little cluttered, it's a little messy, you know, but here, okay, so I put the laundry in the bathroom, the stackable laundry, but I totally forgot to put a laundry hamper in the room. So you'll see when we do the tour that chair is gone and we actually have a hamper. I'm not able to fit a hamper in the toddler's room right now, but fortunately all the clothes will go just like magic into the hamper, as long as your sim is not lazy, and then they just go on the floor. Or like, I think slobby too, it's like, I think there's a slob trait. Is there a slob trait? I think the slob trait also, like, slobs and lazy people cannot put their clothes in a hamper. it's very annoying. Don't make your sims with those traits if you're gonna have laundry going on. But I figured I'd give her laundry because I just want a kind of a realistic single mother experience, and it's stressful to keep up with laundry, and it's, you know, and she's got to keep up with her dog and her toddler, and, you know, but we've got to, you know, I think this is going to be a really nice house for them. I think they're going to enjoy living here. So I'm just finishing off the landscaping. I did put a little pool because I just feel like this is, you know, kind of, you know, it's a richer area in the desert, and that they would definitely, the house would definitely come with a pool. But there's not a whole lot in the outdoors. I also figure some things will change with gameplay once they get in here and when we see how the story goes. So, you know, the house may change when she moves in, that sort of thing. But I definitely wanted to get a really good start on it before I use this in my Let's Play. So I think we're going to, as soon as I finish up, like, putting the million wildflowers around, okay, we're doing lights now, making sure we can actually see in the dark. And I really actually like this view. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to definitely put a back patio out, because the view over the cliffs, I don't know, I really like this. I really like this plots. I really like how beautiful this world is. We're doing a tour here now. We're going inside. And just so you know, the sim that you saw standing out there is not the sim. It's just a sim I used to do, so I was able to do a tab tour so we could really get in here and see all of the details. That jungle adventure mirror may be my favorite object in the entire Sims catalog. I think it quite possibly could be. I love that thing, and I will always try to include it in a build if possible. But yeah, we're out here in the main area. I know the whole spandrel doesn't show up inside, even in tab mode with the walls up, but I really do still like how that column looks in there. That's one of those kind of details that I thought would be original to the house, you know, like along with the archways, that's like the original feature in the house that nobody has renovated, and other things have been modernized a little bit, but those things have stayed. Like the doors are those Strangerville doors, and they have stayed, and things like that. But like this bathroom, I definitely think was redone, but I think redone with somebody that had a much different vibe than the character that I'm moving in here. It's not her style at all. But yeah, I am really, really pleased with how this house turned out. I'm excited to get in here and play with it. I'm excited to get to the part of the Let's Play where we'll be able to play in here a little bit. And I think that is all I have to say about it. I think I have rambled on almost the whole video, so probably about 20 minutes now, and I think that might be all I have to say about it. So I will let this tour finish out, and I want to thank you so much for watching. If you want to download this, it is up on the gallery. It's under my ID B12 Bunny, and that's it. Yeah. I'm sorry, just momentarily just lost myself there. But yes, if you want it, it's on the gallery. Feel free to download it, play with it, change it up, whatever you want to do. I guess that's it. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Oh, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope you're interested in watching the Trailer Park Challenge. If you haven't watched it already, it is the first thing I ever put on my channel. Is I started this Let's Play for the Trailer Park Challenge. So the first few episodes, like, I don't have a proper mic, and I'm still learning how to do this whole YouTube thing. But I really, really have enjoyed doing this Let's Play so much. We are on the second generation, so I hope you check it out. You can jump in at any time, really, and go back if you want to. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment, say hi, tell me what you like about this house, or what you don't like about this house, how you would change it, what style is just like too crazy for you, or what have you. Anyway, I will catch you guys in the next upload, and hopefully that will be up soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!